Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we embark on an epic journey through the legendary Viking Age, exploring their rise to power, their incredible feats of exploration, and their eventual decline. From the fearsome raids that struck terror across Europe to the rich cultural legacy they left behind, we'll uncover the secrets of the Vikings. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical documentaries. Let's dive into the world of the Vikings. Number 1. Viking society and culture. Viking society was a complex tapestry of warriors, traders, and settlers. At its core, it was a patriarchal society where family ties and kinship played vital roles. The Viking Age, spanning from the late 8th century to the late 11th century, saw Scandinavians from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark embark on expeditions across Europe and beyond. They were known for their seafaring skills, with advanced longships that could navigate both open seas and shallow rivers. Their culture was rich with mythology, featuring gods like Odin, Thor, and Freya, and a robust legal system known as the Thing. Viking art and storytelling, encapsulated in sagas and runestones, reflected their complex social structures and beliefs. Viking society also had a strong tradition of poetry and oral storytelling, with skalds composing intricate verses to commemorate heroes and gods. Number 2. The Viking longships. One of the key factors behind the Vikings' success was their innovative longships. These vessels were designed for speed and versatility, allowing Vikings to conduct lightning-fast raids and navigate diverse waterways. The longships' shallow draft enabled them to raid inland areas that were previously unreachable. These ships could carry up to 100 warriors and were equipped with oars and sails, allowing for rapid movement across the seas and rivers. The construction of these ships, using overlapping planks of wood, clinker-built, made them sturdy yet flexible, perfect for the varied Viking expeditions. Viking longships were so well designed that some modern replicas have successfully crossed the Atlantic Ocean. Number 3. Early Viking raids. The early Viking raids targeted coastal monasteries and towns, capitalizing on the element of surprise. The raid on the Lindisfarne Monastery in 793 AD marked the beginning of the Viking Age. These raids instilled fear across Europe and demonstrated the Vikings' formidable prowess in warfare. They were not just mindless plunderers, but skilled tacticians and fierce warriors. The wealth obtained from these raids was used to fund further expeditions and build impressive structures back home. Their raids extended from the British Isles to the coasts of France, Spain, and even as far as the Mediterranean. The Viking raid on Paris in 845 AD saw the Norsemen navigate the Seine River and demand a ransom of 7,000 pounds of silver from the French king. Number 4. Viking settlements. Beyond raiding, the Vikings established settlements across the British Isles, Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. These settlements were vital for trade and cultural exchange, showcasing the Vikings' adaptability and ambition for exploration and colonization. The settlement of Iceland around 874 AD by Norsemen was followed by the discovery of Greenland by Eric the Red in the late 10th century. Leif Erikson's voyage to Vinland, present-day Newfoundland, around 1000 AD marked the first known European exploration of North America. These colonies served as hubs for trading furs, walrus ivory, and other goods, integrating the Viking world with distant markets. The settlement of Greenland by the Vikings lasted for almost 500 years, with evidence of thriving Norse communities. Number 5. The Danelaw. In England, the Vikings carved out a territory known as the Danelaw, where they ruled and integrated with the local population. This period saw a blend of Norse and Anglo-Saxon cultures, influencing the language, law, and customs of the region. The establishment of the Danelaw came after the Treaty of Wedmore in 878 AD, following King Alfred the Great's victory over the Viking leader Guthrum. The Danelaw encompassed much of northern and eastern England and was governed by Viking laws and customs. This integration led to significant cultural and genetic exchanges between the Norse settlers and the Anglo-Saxons. The legal system in the Danelaw included practices like the holmgang, a form of duel to settle disputes. Number 6. The Viking explorers. The Vikings were also renowned explorers. Leif Erikson, a Norse explorer, is credited with being the first European to set foot in North America around 1000 AD, long before Christopher Columbus. Their exploration extended to the east, with trade routes reaching as far as the Byzantine Empire and the Caliphate of Baghdad. The Vikings established trade links through the Volga and Dnieper rivers, connecting Scandinavia to the rich markets of the east. They founded settlements such as Kiev, which later became central to the formation of the Kievan Rus' state. Viking explorers and traders played a crucial role in the cultural and economic exchanges between Europe and Asia. The Vikings also explored the Arctic, and there are records of their presence on the Kola Peninsula and White Sea. Number 7. The Viking economy. The Viking economy was diverse, relying on farming, fishing, trading, and raiding. They traded goods such as furs, amber, and slaves, establishing extensive trade networks across Europe and Asia. This economic activity facilitated cultural exchange and wealth accumulation. Viking markets thrived in cities like Hedeby, Birka, and Jorvik, modern-day York. These trading centers were bustling with merchants exchanging goods from all corners of the known world. The Vikings' adeptness in commerce and their ability to integrate with various cultures they encountered played a significant role in their economic prosperity. Viking traders established a significant trade route called the Volga trade route, which connected northern Europe to the Byzantine Empire and the Islamic world. Number 8. Viking warfare. Viking warfare was characterized by its ferocity and tactical innovation. They employed various weapons, including axes, swords, and spears, and utilized the shield wall formation in battle. Their reputation as fearsome warriors was well earned through numerous successful campaigns. Viking warriors often wore helmets and chainmail armor for protection, though many relied on their agility and speed in battle. The Berserkers, fierce warriors who fought in a trance-like fury, were legendary for their fearlessness and brutality. Viking military strategies, including surprise attacks and strategic fortifications, made them formidable opponents on the battlefield. Viking warriors were known to wear distinctive helmets, often with a prominent nose guard, although the popular image of horned helmets is a myth. Number 9. The role of religion. Norse mythology and religion played a significant role in Viking life. They worshipped gods like Odin, Thor, and Freyja, and their beliefs influenced their worldview and actions. The sagas and Eddas written later provide valuable insights into their religious practices and stories. The Vikings believed in an afterlife where warriors who died in battle would go to Valhalla, a majestic hall ruled by Odin. Religious rituals often included sacrifices and elaborate ceremonies to honor the gods and ensure their favor. The Viking pantheon and myths have left a lasting legacy in literature and popular culture. The Vikings conducted elaborate burial rituals, including ship burials, where the deceased were interred with goods, weapons, and sometimes sacrificed animals or slaves. Number 10. The Christianization of the Vikings. The gradual Christianization of the Viking population marked a significant cultural shift. Beginning in the 10th century, many Vikings converted to Christianity, influenced by their interactions with Christian Europe. This transformation was both voluntary and forced, leading to the decline of traditional Norse beliefs. Figures like King Olaf Tryggvason and King Olaf Haraldsson played pivotal roles in converting Norway to Christianity. The Christianization process included the construction of churches, the establishment of new laws, and the integration of Christian practices into daily life. This religious shift also influenced Viking art, culture, and societal norms. The conversion of the Vikings to Christianity was sometimes marked by dramatic events, such as King Olaf Tryggvason's destruction of pagan temples in Norway. Number 11. The decline of Viking power. Several factors contributed to the decline of Viking power. The establishment of stronger centralized kingdoms in Europe, such as England and France, posed a significant challenge. Additionally, internal strife and the loss of key territories weakened their influence. The formation of powerful states like the Holy Roman Empire and the Capetian dynasty in France curtailed Viking raids and expansions. Internal conflicts among Viking leaders and the fragmentation of their territories further eroded their dominance. The changing political landscape in Europe and the Christianization of Scandinavia marked the end of the Viking Age. One factor in the decline of Viking power was the increased fortification of European towns and the construction of defensive structures like the Burgel Hiddage in England. Number 12. The Battle of Stamford Bridge. The Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066 is often considered the end of the Viking Age. King Harold Godwinson of England defeated the Norwegian king Harald Hardrada, marking the last significant Viking invasion of England. This battle signified the diminishing power of the Viking warriors. The conflict arose as Harold Hardrada sought to claim the English throne, but his forces were met with strong resistance from Harold Godwinson's army. The battle was fierce and marked by significant casualties on both sides. Harold Hardrada's death and the subsequent defeat of his forces symbolized the waning influence of Viking military power in Europe. The Battle of Stamford Bridge took place on September 25, 1066, just days before the Norman invasion of England, which further altered the course of English history. Number 13. Viking legacy. Despite their decline, the Vikings left an enduring legacy. Their influence is evident in modern Scandinavian culture, language, and folklore. Viking artifacts and runestones provide a glimpse into their world, and their impact on European history is still studied and celebrated today. The Norse language influenced the development of Old English and other European languages. Viking cultural practices such as shipbuilding and navigation had a lasting impact on maritime traditions. Festivals and historical reenactments across Scandinavia and beyond keep the Viking spirit alive, celebrating their contributions to exploration, trade, and cultural exchange. Genetic studies have shown that Viking ancestry can still be found in the populations of regions they once settled, such as the British Isles and Iceland. Number 14. Viking art and craftsmanship. Viking art and craftsmanship were integral to their culture, reflecting their skills and aesthetic sensibilities. They created intricate jewelry, weaponry, and carvings, often adorned with animal motifs and interlacing patterns known as the Viking style. These artifacts not only served practical purposes, but also displayed their artistic talents and cultural identity. Viking artisans excelled in metalwork, wood carving, and textile production. Their artistic expressions were not limited to small items. They also decorated ships, homes, and public buildings with elaborate designs. The Oseberg ship, a well-preserved Viking burial ship, is a testament to their artistic and engineering prowess. Viking craftsmen were adept at metalwork, creating intricate brooches, arm rings, and weapon fittings that often featured detailed animal designs and interlaced patterns. Number 15. Viking influence on modern languages. The Vikings left a lasting imprint on the languages of the regions they interacted with. Old Norse, the language spoken by the Vikings, significantly influenced the development of English, especially in areas of the Danelaw. Many words in the English language, such as sky, window, knife, and husband, have Old Norse origins. This linguistic exchange also extended to place names across the British Isles, where towns and villages still bear names derived from Old Norse. Beyond English, the Viking influence is evident in the Scandinavian languages, which have retained many aspects of Old Norse in their vocabulary and grammar. This segment explores the depth of the Viking impact on language, revealing how their legacy continues to shape modern communication. In addition to common words, several days of the week in English, such as Thursday, Thor's Day, and Wednesday, Odin's Day, are named after Norse gods. The Viking Age was a dynamic period of conquest, exploration, and cultural exchange. From their fearsome raids to their lasting settlements, the Vikings shaped the course of history in profound ways. Though their era ended nearly 1,000 years ago, the legacy of the Vikings continues to captivate our imagination and inspire tales of adventure and discovery. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the rise and fall of the Vikings. From their seafaring exploits to their lasting influence on modern culture, the Vikings have left an indelible mark on history. We hope you enjoyed uncovering their story with us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Until next time, may the sagas of old continue to inspire and intrigue us all.